Throughout most of my life, I've kept it pretty close to the chest how much of a fan I am of the Transformers. I honestly couldn't tell you why this is the case. I'll scream to the heavens about how much I love Sonic, but with Transformers, I don't know why, but I've kept that one to myself for the most part. I've gone on maybe one or two tangents about the franchise to my brother, watched one of the Bay films with an older roommate, and I think briefly discussed the last movie with a different older roommate. But otherwise, this franchise is kept personal, but dear to me. So when I had the chance to see the new movie nearly a week before it came out, I was excited. And then disappointed when I couldn't see it that day, but I still got to see it 2 days early, so better than nothing. As of the day this video comes out, I saw the movie last night in not just 3D, but 4DX. For anyone who doesn't know, 4DX is a format with special effects built into the theater. Moving chairs, fans, water spreads, stuff like that. And seeing the film in this format was a ride that at points I could not contain my smile. Just an FYI, if I sound a bit off, it's because I'm sick. I've been sick for a couple days. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even seen this movie last night, but I figured if I have to go to work that day, I'm going to go see the cool Transformers movie. So I'm going to keep this video spoiler free since I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the film yet. But if you know anything at all about the Transformers, you can pretty much figure out the plot of this film in its entirety just from the trailers. I know I did. Although they did include another bit from the Transformers lore that I was surprised made it into the film, and also surprised with how underutilized it was, and how it just disappeared from the movie. Again, don't want to spoil it, but if you see the film, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, and if not, I guess I'm the only one who cares. If not, I'm probably making a big deal out of nothing. To start with the good points of this film, I love the animation. This movie looks incredible. The design of Iacon City, although not what I had ever envisioned when I thought about Cybertron before the war, looked amazing. There were so many moving bits and pieces, and I absolutely loved it. I also think the design of the characters are really good. Orion Pax and D16 look exactly how I imagine a young and powerless versions of Optimus Prime and Megatron. I also really like the explanation as to why they didn't have the ability to transform at the start of the film. Like when watching the trailers, I was really confused and I was kind of taken out of it, but after seeing why it's like that in the film, I really liked it. It really increases the gravity of the situation and made me, as a viewer, much more engaged with their struggle. Other things I really liked the relationship between Orion Pax and D16. Seeing how they were basically brothers and watching that relationship fall apart at the end of the film was heartbreaking, especially knowing right from the start how these two turn out. It does take a bit too long for that divide to start growing in my opinion. We can see in the first half that D16 has issues with Pax, but they seem mild at best. It's only after the big twist that D16 begins his descent, and this is after half the movie is over basically. We can see that they have different views on how the problem should be solved, but it does feel like he goes 180 a bit too fast for me. I think those seeds should have been more thoroughly planted in the first half. Things I'm neutral about in this film, the cast would be a start. Some of the cast is good, some of the cast is alright, and some I just didn't really like. Chris Hemsworth was a good enough Orion Pax, but I can't say I was sold on him as Optimus Prime. Same with Brian Tyree Henry, decent as D16, but not sold on him as Megatron. Scarlett Johansson was pretty decent as Alita 1, no complaints there. Keegan-Michael Key as B-127 made me want to die. The rest of the theater thought he was hilarious, but almost every time he spoke, a little piece of me inside died. I do not like this incarnation of B. I hate it. You know what version I did like that I don't know if anyone will agree on, because I never hear anybody talk about it, is the version from the Netflix series War for Cybertron. That version was a bot who wanted no part of the war, but he learned that he needed to take action and was shown to be incredibly wise and was a great anchor for that version of Optimus Prime. B-127 in this film is an idiot who is also delusional, and his badassatron bit made me want to cry. The only other cast member I'll mention is Lauren Fishburne as Alpha Trion. This guy was absolutely incredible. He nailed exactly what the character was supposed to be, and I really do wish he got more screen time. I guess I already kind of got into some of the things I didn't like, but I'll mention some more here. The humor in general was a mixed bag. It was mostly B-127, and it was mostly bad. Also, that one bit from the trailer, you know, the one where Orion Pax says the thing with his finger. Thankfully, not that much of it was shown in the film, but still makes you want to cry. But that segues into something I thought could have used more work, and that was Orion Pax's character arc. I'm not entirely sure what it was. Was it growing to be a leader? Because he acted pretty leader-like at the start. saving a fellow miner, dragging D16 on crazy quests, always trying to do whatever he could to make life better for those around him. His whole stick was what made him different was the fact that he has hope, which I get, that's cool, but I mean, when he loses hope, it's Alita 1 who gives him hope, but I don't see her being praised for it. I don't know, I see what they were going for, it just feels like it needed to cook a little bit longer. It doesn't feel like the growth from Orion Pax to Optimus Prime is as significant as I think they wanted it to be. Complaining aside, I really did enjoy this film. Maybe it was because of the experience of watching it with a bunch of other fans and getting to talk with them. Maybe it was seeing it in 40X and basically riding a ride. Or maybe it was just because it was a good movie. Either way, I'm happy with the film overall. Not my favorite Transformers movie, but a good one. Most of you will probably roll your eyes, but my favorite is the original one. Hot Rod's character arc in Optimus Prime, I think is better than the Orion Pax's in this film. Just saying. Also, I'd like to point out that they only played one preview of this film, and you wanna know what it was? It was Sonic 3, because it's gonna be the greatest movie ever. Best movie of 2024, best movie of the decade, best movie of the century. But anyway, I have been your favorite fruit with the touch, Kiwi. Until next time, I'll see you later, friends.